Well, what's up, everybody? My name is Jim Vance. I am the Conscious Man, and I'm going to come to you today and really want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. It's winning the war inside of your mind so you can win at life. If you have never followed me before, hit that subscribe button. I love to build a community here of like-minded men that are moving in the direction of their greatness. So I want to talk about 5 ways you can win the war in your mind so that you can win at life. And it's really acknowledging, number one, like the thing that keeps us from the things we desire is in between our ears. The things that keep us from the relationship we desire is between our ears. The things that keep us from success is between our ears. And if we're not able to be conscious about the shit going on inside of our head, I call it the bullshit making machine, then we're not going to be able to shift into a relationship or a life that we desire. So the number one is, I think, winning the war in your mind, you have to become conscious of what is going on inside of your head. I see so many people that just walk unconsciously in their life. They walk unconsciously in who they are. They walk unconsciously in their patterns of belief, patterns of operation, patterns of relating, patterns of showing up. And what they don't understand is, like, these patterns were created between the ages of 0 and 8 years old. And most men haven't even made an effort to shift their patterns. They haven't made an effort to become better. They haven't made an effort to grow up in who they are. And so they're still operating from the same mindset that they did when they were 6, 7, 8 years old. And they're still operating from the same emotional intelligence from a 6, 7, 8-year-old. And so in order to win the war with your mind, the first thing you have to do is become conscious of the bullshit that you're operating from currently. And that means, like, pay attention to what you say to yourself when things are down. Pay attention to the stories that you create for why you can't do things or why things aren't available for you. Pay attention to how you operate with your partner in life and how she functions and how she makes you feel. Pay attention to all these things, because until you become conscious of something, and conscious means I see it, right? Until you see it, you can't change it. And so the first part of winning the war with your mind is seeing the bullshit in your brain. And so we have to see the bullshit before we can change it to great shit. And because if you're not paying attention to the bullshit going on in the ear, you're constantly feeding yourself bullshit. And you can't expect anything other than bullshit to come out. And that's the problem with most people, is like they're focused on all of the bullshit of their life. They're focused on all the drama, all the negativity, all the victimhood, all the excuses, but yet they expect the world to show up for them in some capacity that doesn't match that. I'm just here to tell you that shit don't happen. You get what you focus on, right? You attract who you are. And so if you're constantly in negative, you're constantly in victimhood, you're constantly in blaming, you're constantly in shaming, then you're constantly going to attract that same level of bullshit back to you. So you have to be conscious of what you are focused on, what you're thinking about, what's going on inside of your head, what kind of stories are being created, so on and so forth. The second thing I would focus on is you have to stop being a goddamn victim to your life. Period. Like, too many men are just fucking victims. Like, everything is out to get them. Everything is happening to them. And if you believe that, then everything will show up to take advantage of you. Everything will show up to take something from you, because that is what you're focused on. But if you're operating from a victim, like you have no power, you have no ability to change it, you have no way to make things happen, then you're blaming the world for how your life is showing up to you, right? There's this famous quote by Alex Hormozi who says, power follows the blame finger. Is every time you point the finger outwards toward the world or toward your wife or your boss or the government or whatever, you become more of a victim because you've given your power away to those things. And so it's important as a man that you understand that in order to have what you want in life, then you have to take responsibility for everything that is your life. And it's super important that you live by this principle. If it shows up to your door, it's your responsibility. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent. No matter the good shit or the great shit in your life, you're responsible for it. And when you take that level of, like, accountability for your life, you then have power to change your life. But if you're always blaming your life on somebody or something, or some way it should have worked out and it didn't work out, you will never have power over your life. You'll never have the ability to move your life in any direction forward, because your life will be based off of how you feel other people are doing you, right? So that's number two. The third one for me is like, you got to get out of your head and you got to get into action. I think one of the biggest problems most men get involved with is overthinking. Like, they overthink the outcome and they overthink the action, and to the point where they never move. And so they get in their head, right? They see some bullshit, then they get stuck thinking about the bullshit. They get stuck thinking about what is and what isn't, what's missing, what's lacking, what I don't have, what I do need, all of these things, but they never do any fucking thing about it. They never move in any direction. They never take like themselves up by the bootstraps and fucking go make it happen for themselves. At the end of the day, like, who you are and the life that you have is based off of what you fucking go make happen for you, right? Thoughts, feelings, and actions. Like, we're sitting here praying and hoping and dreaming and having faith that God's going to provide us a way. God's going to give me the thing I want. No, it directly says pray and move in faith, right? We don't sit. We move in action. The masculine is action-oriented. We move. We make things happen. We penetrate the world. We do not fucking wait for the world to come to us. We go get the world, right? And if you're stuck in your head overthinking the outcome, overthinking the direction, overthinking what I need to do, who I need to be, and you never fucking move, you never fucking learn, right? You learn by doing. You learn, the path gets clear by you walking, not by you thinking about the path. The path is not going to show you how to get there if you don't fucking walk down it. You don't know what bridges you got to cross. You don't know what potholes you got to walk around. You don't know shit until you start walking. You don't know there might be an alternative path. As you start to walk, that might be more in alignment with you. If you're constantly focused on the outcome and attached to those things, then you won't start walking because you're attached to the idea of you getting something, right? The idea of you accomplishing anything in life is you becoming better. The accomplishment is the outcome. It's the byproduct of who you become. But if you're only focused on what you get, you don't ever focus on who you have to become. Because if you want to have something bigger than who you are right now, you have to become bigger than who you are right now. And it's a vital part of this process. Number 4, I think that's super important is like, you need to trade your expectations for appreciations. And we get so bent out of shape with our expectations of what we think should be happening, or how we think it should show up, or what our wife should be doing, or what our business should be giving us, or how our body should be looking based off of what we supposedly do in the weight room, so on and so forth. The reality is you don't have appreciation for where you are on the journey. You're judging yourself based off of other people's journeys. You're comparing yourself based off other people in other seasons. We're on different timelines. I can look at all the people that I follow that are mentors to me. They're on a different timeline than me. I've made peace with that. I'm on my own timeline. I'm on my own shit. I'm on my own journey. They've accomplished things that I'm going to accomplish at some point, but at this point I haven't accomplished it because I'm not there yet. I don't need to be there yet. I need to go through this time space in order to get to that space I desire. But I have to be willing to have appreciation for where I am and not expectation where I think I should be. Because you are where you're supposed to be at every moment. God circled this place on the map. He put a GPS indicator, like you're supposed to be here right now. Now the question is, what the fuck are you supposed to learn? Who the fuck are you supposed to become? How the fuck are you supposed to lead yourself here? And then how do I apply all those things to a future version of me? It's not where I should be, because should is in your brain. It's an illusion. We can't see it because we've never been there before. You can't have an expectation over shit you never accomplished, ever experienced, ever gotten to. Right? And so you now have to change from the illusion to reality. You are where you are. What do you need to learn here? Who do you need to become here? How do you need to lead yourself here? How do you need to communicate here? How do you need to be more in alignment here? How do I need to be more present where I'm at instead of always future casting my life and skipping these moments of learning and growth that I could have for myself? It's super important that we get locked into that, right? So have more appreciation for yourself. Have more appreciation for your wife. Have more appreciation for where you are in your journey. If you do, you will find you get what you need where you are right now, and then that will take you to where you want to be. You're so focused on where you want to be that you can't see what you need to learn. And you need to learn a lot. And it's okay. Because in that learning, you prepare yourself to be at the next level. You prepare yourself to be at the highest level. And number 5, which is super important when it comes to all of this, is learning how to master your mood. Right? And I say master your mood, emotional intelligence, however you want to look at it. Stop allowing your emotions to be dictators of your life. Allow your emotions to be indicators. Period. You get so emotionally dysregulated by where you aren't, or what you think you should be doing, or how you expect other people to show up for you. You get emotionally dysregulated in yourself, and you don't process them. You react. You don't respond. You fly off the handle. Mastering your mood is saying, what am I feeling right now? Okay. Why am I feeling this right now? Okay, answer. Is this actually happening to me right now, or did it happen to me in the past and I'm feeling it now? Possible. Do I need to communicate my shit to anybody? Possible. I need to go through and slow down the emotions. Emotions want to make you move fast. And if you move fast with emotions, you do dumb shit, right? When your emotions are high, your intelligence is low. So we want to make sure we are processing through our emotions so that when we respond from a non-emotional space. We respond from a powerful space. We respond from certainty. We respond from alignment. We don't respond from our emotions because emotions are temporary. They're just indicators. Hey, some shit's going on you need to pay attention to. Cool. It's like the oil lamp on your car. Like, hey, you need to change your oil. Okay, thank you. That's it. It's not I need to blow my car up. It's I need to just go check the oil. Right? And if you viewed your emotions from that capacity, you will stop allowing your emotions to dictate how you should react and how you should show up. So to get further into this, remember, like the 5 ways that you can win the war in your mind, you need to really start to work on these little things, like become aware of what you're thinking, right? Stop being a victim to your life, right? If you're in your head, you're dead. Trade your expectations for appreciations, and then master your mood. If you're able to do all of these things and practice and practice and practice, your life around you gets smoother. It gets more safe. It gets more comfortable. It gets more certain. And you feel more powerful leading yourself in your life. If you're a man out there and you're wanting to do this work on yourself, you don't have any fucking idea how to do it, you don't have any way to do it, number 1, I would subscribe to this channel. I go through this shit all the time, and I help people learn about themselves so they can apply that to their life. Number 2, you can seek out a mentor. I work with men all around the world in different capacities, from one-on-one to group programs to an actual mastermind. If that's something you would love to do, something you would want to invest in for yourself, please click the link in the bio. And there's all my links up there, from my group program coming out March the 25th called Masculine Mastery, to my mastermind called the Brotherhood, and to an application for one-on-one. You can check all those things out. And please subscribe, like, share. This is the only way this gets out to the world. And I appreciate you tuning in today.